G'day, welcome to episode 19 of the Captain's Run for the Early Crow. The last week without a sponsor. We've got one pretty much done. If you want to come and get involved, what's the email, Praddy? Because they can come in over the top if they wanted to.
Or in conjunction, the Early Crow Podcast at gmail.com. Send us an email.
Cash is king.
100%.
And speaking of cash, good horses are back, and so as our interest levels have risen. There's been some superstars trialling. There's been some nice horses at the races, and we kick off the preludes on Saturday back at God's Carpet, Sandown, Lakeside. The preludes are the entree, if you like, for the 2-year-olds headed towards this year's Blue Diamond. The fillies race is jam-packed, and we're going to have a brief look at that without having a bet. But we're going to kick off, Michael.
Firstly, before you go, Sandown Lakeside, how much is it wiggling for you getting back to God's Carpet?
I've got to be honest, a bit flat. Been flat for about 2 or 3 weeks, and it's just the sort of injection that I needed.
Yeah.
If you want to... It's hard to get excited about 35 kilometres south-southeasterlies at Mornington on a Wednesday. We had a bad Saturday last Saturday. The first probably bad Saturday in like 4 months, like real bad. So looking to bounce back, and then when the gods decided to move this meeting to Sandown Lakeside, oh God, I got excited. We got a horse in a good race. Life's good, excited about it, and really keen to rip into it. It's a fat meeting, 10 of the best. Almost finished pricing the whole thing, and looking forward to getting there, hopefully, for the back half of the card to win a race as an owner. But we'll kick off our punting weekend, Michael, at Moonee Valley in race 2.
Yep, Moonee Valley race 2, mate. You've got the maiden plate over 1,000 metres for the 3-year-olds and above. It's just like Gabby at the top of the market, $2.30. Appointed's $4. We've got Snowball $6. Documentary $5.50, and then it's long with the rest, mate. What are you seeing in this 1,000-metre contest?
Look, there's a horse here that... say you're a $10 punter, have $5 on it. Or you're a $100 punter, have $50 on it. Appointed, number 3, gelded. Really nice trials. J-Mott on barrier 2. They won't be aggressive with this horse. But I think if it begins well, it just finds itself midfield, and then if it finds itself there, all of a sudden it's third pair at worst.
Yep.
But there's a high probability that if it's half slow, this horse will not be revved, and it'll be out the back, and it'll savage the line, and then you have your other half of your bet on the next time it goes around. But this is a nice setup. Gelded, good trials. The form around this horse is proper. The sectionals are delicious. Like, it's savaged it properly at Caulfield at its second start, and it was very good behind Skipjack on debut at Ballarat. The run at Caulfield, Ethan Brown rode. It started 650 versus Feroce, who was very competitive and in the market, versus Broadsiding and whichever horse actually won it, maybe Public Attention or something like that, the Caulfield Guineas this year.
Yes.
On that very biased deck that we copped.
Private Life, Public Attention, one of the two.
Public Attention might have been the Coolmore horse that was grey, that Mick Price trained and Ethan Brown rode. Private Life was the winner. You're right. Too good, P-Rat.
Yeah.
But anyway, Friday night, race 2, number 3, Appointed, is how we're going to kick it off. Take a travel sickness tablet before the race starts, though, because you might want to throw up, I reckon, mid-race.
I love that little asterisk.
The next bet, the final bet for us, is Sandown, and it's a horse that we backed, you and I, Praddy, and the team at the Mailbag at Flemington. It was 3 wide the trip just about, and it kicked their heads in. It was a really, really nice win. I think this horse is properly progressive. Drawn wide again, but there's less pressure here. It's down the weights. I think it can roll forward, and I think it's going to take a stack of beating. This is race 6. It is number 10, Inevitable Award for Paul Prushka and D. Moore Sticks. I reckon this horse is one we can follow through to the autumn. Yep. It's above average. It's better than a benchmark 78, and it's spiralling. And we want to jump onto it and hold onto it and try and make as much money as we possibly can out of it.
What do you make of the Marcamp, not throwing in the deep end, but Kings Valley?
I think it's going to get an okay run from 9. I didn't think it was completely suited last start. I liked the jockey switch, and I thought it was good last start. So I think it's a horse with ability. I have it about $5.50 versus the market $4 or when I price this race.
Yep.
But $7 was what we've taken Inevitable Award. I don't know what price it is right now.
$6 at the moment, roughly.
$6 is a great price. Still, I think anything above $4.50 is a gift. So, I think it's the progressive horse here. Paul Prushka's a very good trainer of stayers, and this is a proper stayer, I think. So we're kicking off our 2025 Captain's Run with race 6, number 10, Inevitable Award. In the prelude, the fillies version, there's some really nice horses. Palm Angel gets a disgusting reverse golden switch and a very tricky map. There's a horse called Expulsion who's trialled nicely. There's a horse called Miss Olay who's trialled nicely. And there's a horse called My Gladiola. They're the sort of 3 unraced horses that have trialled really well. They'd be my pick. And Palm Angel ticks a lot of boxes, but then you got to map them, and its map's no good.
Yeah.
If you need to have a bet, the bet is number 4, Wiltshire Square. It gets a really good map. It wasn't suited. It was very good last start. It has to carry S. Foley, who I'm still trying to figure out who it is and what he does, but I think he's a big chance of winning race 4 there at Sandown on Saturday. That's all I've got for you. Now we bring on T. Papley.
Well, thank you for making some time for us, Paps. We just heard from Jack Dicko then with his plays at Sandown for the weekend. We've got Randwick on Saturday. Firstly, I think you had a round of golf today. Was it 30 points I hear out of Bonnie Doon?
Yeah, 30 points. Wouldn't be telling the boys about it, but you're not fuming with it.
Yeah.
It's just sort of like, yeah, could be better, but yeah, eyes on ponies this week. Let's hope Dicko can get on the scoreboard.
Love it. And now there's rumours coming out that you're purposely hitting these 30, 28-point games so that you can blow your handicap out a little bit, knowing that you're probably getting towards peak fitness. Your body will be 100% right, so then you can invite Dicko for another game of golf.
Sit, Pratty, you're a smart man.
Handicap bandit. Let's get into Randwick, mate. We've got Rail 7 on Saturday. Look, not the most enthralling card overall. There does look to be a few nice races. Firstly, how do you think the track will play with the Rail 7 metres?
Yeah, 7 metres doesn't happen often. I think it was back in March or something like that, or at least eight or so months ago, and then it was a heavy track. So the history data I've got is shoot races don't want to be back worse than midfield, so 1,200 metres and under. But the 1,600 plus, bit similar. You don't want to be last, but midfield's okay, and yeah, forwards advantage. But yeah, it should be a good day. But I'm pretty low sort of mean. I don't have too many bets, but there's always a winner in every race, Pratty.
Yeah, 100%, mate. Well, let's get cracking straight into it. Firstly, you want to have a look at the 2-year-old open race, which is the real estate handicap over 1,000 metres. The market currently, as of Thursday, the 23rd of January, is United States 350. Number 2, I think it's Bewatched at 380. Number 7, YOLO. Don't know who makes up these horse names at $4. We've got number 12, Open Secret at $7.50, and then longer the race, mate. It looks like you're sticking with one of your jockeys that you know for a bloke who loves turning out a 2-year-old after Christmas.
Yeah, it's there's only two starters in the race that have actually run, so the rest are debutants. But going against the tried horses, I'm going to United States, first starter for Waller. It's had the one trial, K-Mac on board. One trial's obviously a query, but travelled very nicely in that trial. Will be on speed, Waller. So yeah, I'm pretty keen to have something on there at United States. There's another one down the bottom that Zach Lloyd's on, Open Secret. It's only had this trial 740 metres, but that's another one that trialled very nicely as well, Open Secret. But yeah, I reckon United States I'll stick to just as the one bet play, but I think Open Secret can also run a nice race.
Love it, mate. So that is race 1, number 6, United States for Waller and McAvoy. Then we go to the Drinkwise Mile, race 5 over 1,600, the 3-year-old benchmark, a 3-year-old plus benchmark 88. We've got Don Diego de Vega at $2.30, Vega Magnifico at $4, Miss Uella at $5.50, 4 Victory at $5.50, and then longer the rest in a small field. you're looking at the favourite in this?
Yeah, I'm going to go with the favourite, Don Diego de Vega. Good
It's a
name, mate.
mouthful.
Yeah, yeah. Had 2 or 3 runs for the import. 2 or 3 runs last prep. Fair bit of hype around it. Got tipped out. I think it won. Yeah, it won last prep as well. Tipped out. Trial very nicely. Actually, was ridden in the trial and showed a good turn of foot. So I'm thinking second prep in Australia has improved off that. Maps nicely. There's another horse in the race, Vago Magnifico. It's also an import. I think it may have turned the corner first up. It was back last start, hit the line well and wasn't really suited. So I probably won't want to lose on Vega, Magnifico that is. But yeah, main bet is Don Diego de Vega with a small little saver on Vega Magnifico. So with the Vegas, mate.
Love it, mate. Love it. And we will confirm those plays for you with Eyes on Ponies on Saturday. But at this stage, perhaps is looking to have his main bet on number 2 and then a saver on Vega. Probably wanting to be in Vegas yourself at this time of year. But anyway, then we go to race 6, mate. Not an official play, but you did want to talk about horse number 8 here.
Yeah, horse number 8, Imposant. If you watched last start at Wyong, remember Wyong 2 weeks back was very on-speed bias. This horse was a couple of lengths off last, then tacked on the back, had to go all the way around him, and yeah, it was just huge through the line. Gets an extra 100 metres here to the 1,400 metres. Wide draw to inside draw. I just hope they can just a little bit of intent. There's a bit of speed. The thing on the query is the map. It's a very messy map. Could be 3 or 4 back the fence. Needed some luck, but I'll dive a little bit deeper and see what we can come up with for Saturday. But there's another one, Qatar's Choice, that won very impressively on debut at Canterbury. That was back last for Ma, and probably will go well again second up. So, but for the moment, we'll keep them just for Saturday and hopefully find a little bit more throughout the next couple of days.
Love it, mate. So your 2 main plays and ones that you're wanting people to take early is Randwick Race 1, number 6, United States. Randwick Race 5, number 2, Don Diego de Vega with a little saver on Vega Magnifico. And then we will confirm the rest of the selections on Eyes on Ponies on Saturday. Thanks for joining the Captain's Run, episode 19. Yeah, and we'll be back with you next week, definitely with the Captain's Run, episode 20. So enjoy your week, good punting, and as Dicko would say, bye for now.
Bye for now.
Imagine what you could be buying instead. For free and confidential support, call 1-800-858-858 or visit gamblinghelponline.org.au.